I'm Danielle Jacopovik, and I am part of the Elkhorn Youth Sports Association. We have basketball programs, flag football programs, and we just recently, in the last couple of years, started our softball program, and that is under the Elkhorn Elite Softball umbrella. And as you see where we're at here today, we've created this space for our program. Teams can come in and take advantage of this, rain or shine. So at our Elkhorn Elite Training Center, we have this open 24/7 for our players. As being involved in our program, they have access to this anytime they want to come in and work on some training things. The different tunnels that we have, the quad area, obviously it makes it very easy for a couple of teams to get in here at once for softball. And then we also have some soccer teams that will come in and utilize the space for practice on rainy days, or we are climate controlled, so it's nice to come in the heat in the summer and be able to get some workouts in. So our space here is about 6,000 square feet. And what makes it really nice and easy to transform from maybe a team practice to individual training, or if there's a different organization or sport in here, it's super easy to transform. So we have 3 separate tunnels over here, and we have sliding nets that you can easily just walk to the end of the net, literally grab it with one hand and cruise down the line, hook it up at the end, and you can create 3 different tunnels and 1 big quad space. Or if you want 1 big open space, you just unclip it and walk backwards with it, and you just clip it up. And in a matter of maybe 5 minutes, you can go from 1 big, huge space, or you can go to a quad with 1, 2, or 3 tunnels. You can also have 1 tunnel and a big open quad. It's very versatile and very simple to transform the space into what you need it. When we went to build this space, I had no idea what we needed. My sister actually connected me with Chad in Practice Sports, and he shared with us that we would need a shell, and so that's the netting that we see here. And then we also obviously needed the turf and the sliding curtains to create our tunnels that we have over here. Another thing that was important to us was safety for our players. We ended up adding net shield, as you can see, to help with some safety things. We also needed some doors put in to create separate entrances for our players so that they weren't cutting through other practice space. But it's been overall awesome to work with Practice Sports creating this kind of a space. And so it was nice to connect with Practice Sports and just say, this is what we need. And we had that trust with them, and such a great feeling after getting to meet Chad and his people. We just said, run with it. You tell us what we need, and you get us hooked up, and they created this amazing space for our players to be able to come in and utilize. The customer service that we've received during this whole process has been wonderful. Anytime we needed anything, I would pick up a phone, I would send an email, texting. Anytime we needed anything, or I had a question on something, it was super easy to reach them. They got back to us right away, had a solution. If we had a challenge that came up, there was no problems getting anything corrected. They were very timely. They knew that we needed this installed quite quickly, and so they were able to get all of the equipment that we needed. Your installation team came in right away and got things put up for us. They were easy to work with. Great people overall, and I couldn't recommend them more. When we first started our project, we were in a temporary space, and we contacted Practice Sports and had them come in, and it was really nice because they took the time to lay out a plan that would work for us in that location. And once we made the move to our current commercial retail space that we have here, it was wonderful to work with them again, because we had Practice Sports come in, look at our new space, know what we had because they were our original supplier for our temporary space, and they were able to reuse our shell. Their focus was to help us maximize what we had over there, over here, with some adjustments, some customizations that they did for us. And it was just a very easy process, and we were able to come up with a bigger, more effective space for our teams to be able to come into and use. And with that, it's been kind of fun to watch them come in and use the space where we've had 2 and 3 teams in here at a time, being able to have an effective practice and not be in each other's way or stepping on each other's toes. But there was enough space in here to watch them have an effective practice, even with 2 or 3 teams in this space.